Hi everyone! I'll do another tips and tricks on direct offline processing because I think it's one of the best tools Nuendo has, but it needs some love to make it work like a super tool. So 3 things today. Calling a plugin, calling DOP presets, and dragging inserts to the DOP. First thing is to have a key command associated with the DOP, so let's open the key commands. And for me, it's Q, just right here. When I press multiple times on Q, it opens it and closes it, like this. Now I would like to associate a key command to a plugin directly. So let's open the key commands and just search for, let's say, the Q4. Here's my Q4. I can associate a whatever key to it. For now, that's mine. And each time I'm gonna select something and hit that key command, I'm gonna have a Q4. That procedure will always load the last settings you had on that plugin. So if I move this plugin like this, now I have a new file. I hit the same key command. It's gonna load the last preset I've used. That method is great when you want a simple way of loading a plugin and manipulate it easily between different takes. But at some point, it could be a bit difficult because you're always tweaking a preset. And that's where the DOP preset comes in. Let's say I want to use a preset like this one. I go to the left side and drag it just in the box right here. I can rename it. And now we can go to the key command and create a macro to load that preset. Opening the key commands and opening the macros here, creating a new macro. I'm gonna call it DOP bank 3 favorite 3 because right here I'm on bank 3 and 1, 2, 3, it's my third favorite. Now we go on a search bar and type bank and then I select bank 3, click add command and then favorite 3, click add command and I have a new macro here. I'll put a key to it and now each time I want to use that specific preset, I just recall that key command and hop, I got my preset directly here on this region only. And of course I can do it on a clip like this. There you go. You can also do this with multiple plugins. So this one we already did. We could put an amp simulator and maybe tweak it. Select both of them and drag them down. Lo-fi 2. We could go to the key commands, create a new macro, call it DOP bank 3 have 4 bank 3, add key commands, favorite 4, add key command, and then this one. And now I can select the region I want, recall that preset, and I got my 2 plugins already loaded up. So the next step for me is using a Stream Deck to recall those key commands. You can see here I have several buttons with different key command associated with them. That's the key command here. And for each of those key command that are calling a macro, I did a screenshot of the Q4 settings. So here I have a very deep low cut, some less deep low cuts, and some high cuts here. I also loaded some notch presets. So let's say there's too much bass somewhere. I just select the region and press my shortcut and the bass is removed. But then there's something aggressive on the highs. I just press my shortcut and it's done. So recalling those macro is a huge time saver. And when you have clients behind you, it's really fast and they get impressed. And one last thing, when you're using a plugin inserts like this one, and you have analyzed the signal like this, you've tweaked your preset in real time, and now you want to relieve your CPU. You can open the DOP, select your event, take the insert, and drop it. Now it's rendered and it's offline. Then you put your insert off. As usual, I hope you liked it, and if you need something more, just hit me up. Take care.